No gimmicks. No catchphrase. Legendary. Hey, what's up, man? So, something I was thinking about earlier, and I'm hoping you guys will allow me to flesh this out right here in front of you. Wow, what a time to be alive, where we can really focus on putting out an impressive body of work. It was my goal to have 150 videos up by the end of this year. Hopefully, we can get it to the thousands. We will. I will. Get it to the thousands and so on and so forth. And then I started thinking about a lot of legendary people who didn't particularly have a great deal of work put out there, who didn't have a great body of work per se, but had a powerful impact because of the time period. So, first couple names that came to mind was Marcus Aurelius and Martin Luther King, both extraordinary men. Nothing I can take away from them, but they came up in a time where everything wasn't documented. You know, the meditations from Marcus Aurelius, who was the Roman emperor of his time, you know, that was his journal. You know, they published his journal. He didn't have a say in that. If he did have a say, it probably wouldn't have gotten published. But I say all this to say, man, it really excites me because a lot of people have been, letting me have it in a good way, telling me how good my videos were and things like. And I was just imagining, like, wow, if you like this, and I'm focused on quality and quantity, I could put out thousands of it. And I mean, all it takes is just for one of them to hit big, and there we go, legendary. And that's the case now. You know, we mock one hit wonders, but they got a hit. You know what I'm saying? It really brings me back to baseball where the top players don't hit the ball even 50% of the time. Now, granted, that's a hard thing to do, but I mean, so is getting something that's going to go viral. So is many other things that's going to require you to take many swings. And when I really break it down, who's really keeping score? Only critics. Only critics are keeping score, man. We just keep chipping away. That's all you need. All you need to do is keep chipping away. And if it's something that, one thing that I want to get through to a lot of you people, because a lot of you people around my age, I'm 28 years old. One thing I want to get through to you is that, bro, it doesn't matter if you fail the first time, the first 1,000 times, man. Look, go ahead and Google, the most successful failures, or just things along the line of that search, and you will realize one thing in common between a lot of people who have succeeded is that they failed more times than people, who never won anything big. Okay, I bring this up all the time, and I'm gonna keep doing it. Okay, so John Stockton was, obviously his record is going to get broken soon enough, but most assists in the NBA, most turnovers. He is definitely up there. I'm not even up to date with the stats anymore because I didn't said it so many times. And I want to say Walter Payton, Hall of Fame running back, has the most fumbles of all time, man. You don't get that many fumbles without being great, without people relying on you so much, man. So you see how that turns out. So, although I can't compare myself to Marcus Aurelius, I can't compare myself to Martin Luther King. I stand on the shoulders of giants, but I can flood. I can flood the interweb while I still have breath in my body when we talking about my going out swinging tour. Alright? And you can too. That's the great equalizer, man. See, this is what you have that these people did not have. You have this device. You have the internet, man. You have a means to put yourself out there. No matter how slow, man. You gotta play chess and understand where all the eyes are going. And and if you don't have the community that you want, you can build one like I'm doing here, man. It's all good. And there will be a lot of people who will never try because they don't see the use in it. They doubt themselves from the very start. The mindset is all messed up. But if you can find a way. And look, matter of fact, because a lot of you guys out there, like I have, you work a job that's very repetitive. So, for example, when I was 20, 21, 19, somewhere around that age, I worked in I worked on an assembly line where I would I would make boxes for people to put magazines in. You know, like I've put together so many boxes. I swear I had bad dreams about boxes. Like for real, I had terror over these boxes because I would do it repetitively. Like it got to the point where I was like, oh, let's see how fast I can do it. Oh, 1 second, no, 2 seconds, okay. And I would do hundreds of boxes a day. Maybe maybe it got close to 1,000, but hundreds of boxes a day. And then I would put it on the conveyor belt. I would put it on the conveyor belt, and people twice my age, even more than that, would put the magazines in it, and repetitively, just programming ourselves. But like, what if we can do that for our own personal endeavors? And guess what? We can. All right. And this is something that really turns me on, man, in a non-sexual way. Is that I didn't come from a lot of money. Nobody encouraged me to do one thing or the other but to get a job. And I always wanted to leave my mark on this world. Always wanted to be a legend without cheating anybody, without having to fake anything. And this is the great equalizer, my friend. So if you want to put yourself out there by way of music, for example, because there are many artists who have done this, just keep putting out a body of work. E40 has the record for most albums in the Billboard 200. See, he put out 28 studio albums. How many artists have done that? How many big name artists have done that? Okay? So just think in terms of numbers. People always like to say quality over quantity, quality over quantity. Quality is subjective, my friends. Pablo Picasso, he stopped getting commissioned work. He was so focused on quality, he was not producing. All right? People could not rely on him. So you will always get beat. You talented people will always get beat by hard-working individuals. Now, if you can find a way to bring in both, step out of your own way. Just allow yourself to create, to keep creating. This is how you are going to win. Put together an impressive body of work. Lay it all out on the line. Die empty. This time is going to go by so fast. All right? Have something to show for it. Have your receipts. Have your stubs. This is all that matters, my friends. This is all that matters. For the sake of your legacy. And for the sake of people who are looking up to you. For the sake of people who are relying on you. For the sake of people who don't have hope. Who don't know where to look. It is time for you to explore. It is time for you to put your hard hat on. Your blue collar on. And go to work for yourself. And you keep churning it out. And the path will become even more clear. And the further you go along, you start creating a map. Like the new Cartoon Network show, Craig of the Creek. And every new place he goes, he just adds to the map. I never seen this before. Let me draw this up so everybody else can know how to get here. Let me tell you about this cool place I've been. And that's all I'm doing right now. I'm just passing on things that I've seen, things that I've learned. And you're not going to be able to make your own trail by swimming around in the fishbowl. You know everything that is there. That's monotony, my friends. You can be a pioneer, and you can have a great body of work. Just like the people you look up to, even more so, my friends. Even more so. Because let's face it, the only speech that most people can think of when it comes to Martin Luther King is "I had a dream." That's it. And it was a hit, man. But we can all have hits even if we aren't wonderkins. Even if we aren't doctors, And aside from, his life, even if we don't, even if we didn't grow up with a silver spoon and people who pushed us for excellence, now can be the time. If you can hear me, you have the opportunity right now. You just need to zero in on some things, man. For real. Nobody's greater than you. And this is why I don't really idolize celebrities like, I don't praise them like they're my gods or anything like that. No, obviously, I am fans of people. But if I met them in person, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, oh, I love you. Please sign my ass. No. Alright? Look at everybody the same. Alright? And that will allow you to see what it took for that particular person to get there. Focus on putting out an impressive body of work and not trying to look cool for other people and not trying to fit in with people who are clearly going nowhere. Take care, my friends. Do excellent stuff, man, for real.